Tree of Angels by Penny Sumner, narrated by Nicolette McKenzie.
Prologue, 1918. Shortly after 10 o'clock, on the morning of Friday the 20th of December, 1918, an angel hovered over Sydney Harbour. There had been numerous sightings of angels in recent years, over the Battle of Mons, and at Ypres and Loos. At Mons, the beating of massive wings drove back the German advance, saving the British Second Corps from certain annihilation. After this, however, the heavenly visitors adopted a gentler shape, comforting the dying and wounded, and even appearing on the British side of the Channel, so that a young woman at Piccadilly Circus, looking up and glimpsing a celestial wing-tip reflected in a first-floor window of Swan and Edgar, would fall down in a faint, knowing a loved one had made the supreme sacrifice on the battlefield. But other manifestations brought happier news, and, where British mothers once had visions of Red Cross nurses who appeared at the end of the bed to reassure them that a missing son would be found safe, now the figures began to assume halos. The Southern Hemisphere, on the other hand, could not boast of any such visitations, and a certain disgruntlement at this neglect might explain the relish with which the Brisbane Courier and the Melbourne Age trace the sightings of angels over Europe's battlefields back to a fictional short story which had appeared in the London Evening News. From there on, the appearance of angels was put down to rumour and, as one stern editorial in the Brisbane paper announced, mass hysteria. Against this historical background, an angel over Sydney might have caused as much embarrassment as wonder, but, as it was, the moment would go unacknowledged, for out of the hundreds of potential witnesses gathered at the harbour, not one looked up. Those on board the approaching Marathon had been yearning for a glimpse of this shoreline for many a long week, while those on the shore were shielding their eyes from the glare reflected off the water. It is true the seasoned stare of the Sydney Morning Herald journalist did not stay solely with the ship, for he knew his article, to be entitled Home for Christmas, and destined to be sandwiched between The League of Nations, where it affects Australia, and Bolshevik Menace, Lithuania requests help, would rely as much on details gleaned from the dock. The Marathon's arrival was of especial interest, as it was one of the first vessels to include a size...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?